Yeah, basically when I was in college, I wrote a bunch of bluegrassy, poppy country songs that I played around town, and I discovered Napster, and I started basically spam mailing everybody on Napster saying, "Hey, I noticed that you have so and so in your playlist. Why don't you try this kid I found out about named Josh Kelley? You're gonna love him." I did it 100 times a day, 100 people a day, and then for like probably a couple months, and I started getting a big response, and then Nashville asked me to come and do a showcase for them, and I did, and they informed me that I wasn't ready yet. My live show wasn't ready, and they were right. It wasn't very good. And the next thing you know, 6 months later, I had a pop deal. It was crazy. And so yeah, we took all my kind of garage bandy songs and turned them into pop songs, and then now I'm here. Here I am 10 years later, 9 years later, and I'm doing what I love the most, which is writing and performing country songs. I'm telling you, man, it's just the most. It's a drug to finish a country song because it's such a cool little short story. It's like condensing a 2-hour movie into a 3.5-minute song. So I'm having the time of my life, man. It's a lot of fun. I was actually on that Queen tribute album. I did Crazy Little Thing Called Love, and me and the producer decided to do it like in the style of Cars, the Cars style. So it was actually really cool. I had to affect my voice too to try to make it sound kind of emo, and it worked. The song "Gone Like That," I think it's the third song I played. "Gone Like That" sparked me having enough confidence to actually do it. I went into Nashville, and I was putting together writing sessions, and actually I think Charles actually put that writing session together for me. My younger brother Charles is in Lady Antebellum, and I used to live in Nashville, and then when I got married I moved to LA, and so I was coming back to Nashville just to write country songs for country's sake, to try to get cuts. And I met Clint Lagerberg and Nicole Gallion, and we wrote this song called "Gone Like That." And I remember when I finished the demo and I turned it in my publishing company, they were freaking out. They said, "We don't want to pitch this to anybody. This is your song. You need to make a record around this, man. You need to try country again." And I did, man. It was crazy. They funded me. They gave me 20 grand to do a 5-song EP, and it was crazy. I shopped it to every label, and then next thing you know, I've got a deal. It was insane. Yeah, well, I mean, it's interesting, man. I mean, yeah, I kicked him in the butt to try music, and then now he's kicking me in the butt to, and pushing me to further my career with country music and all that. So, yeah, man, we're really supportive brothers. I mean, we've done everything together since day one. So, just the fact that we get to spend this much time together again too is really priceless, because we were living really far apart there for a while when I first, left college, and now getting to write again like we did back in the old days is nice. So no, man, we push each other on. We're not competitive with music. I mean, music's not a sport, but when it comes to golf or ping pong, the freaking talons come out, dude. But other than that, we're each other's biggest fans, so it works out great. Internally, on the road, it's actually, I mean, I don't want to burn any bridges, but it's a little more fun because, all the artists hang out together, as opposed to, opening up for some big act and they kind of like quarantine themselves from the opening acts. As in this, we were hanging out every day, man. Me and Eric Church and Miranda Lambert were, pouring each other whiskey cocktails and writing songs. I think we wrote like 20 songs on that last tour. So it feels a little bit more family oriented. It feels a little bit more chill, and like it's all about a good time, and and making sure people are having fun, but it's also very professional at the same time. I don't think anybody's late for anything in country music as far as like touring is concerned. They're like right on time, and I love that because it's how I like to be. So I mean, it's cool, man. I mean, now that I've got a wife and a kid, it works out better for me anyway, because usually the touring is only Thursday through like Sunday, and I can be home, see my kids, see my wife, go back out on tour, so it's a little better too for the family. Oh man, tons of them, man. Me and Jared Neiman did a show together, and we actually just finished a song the other. Everybody who I meet that I end up doing shows with, I'm always like pushing for us to write together too. You know what I mean? I'm like, well, let's write sometime. Because that's all I do. I just love to write. So yeah, Jared, Lee Bryce, Just did a show with the band Perry the other day. We did a Writers in the Round. Man, honestly, Sonny Sweeney, you name it. I think, all of us that are kind of coming up at the same time right now too. We're all doing stuff together. Easton Corbin. I mean, yeah, it's been a lot of fun. This last year has been nutty. I mean, I think I've seen every radio station in the country twice now. So, that's what it takes nowadays too, to really push a song up the charts, and to create that runway, for your record and for your art. You've got to really be willing to to do a radio tour and to really do it hardcore. Well, I did a ton of interviews, and they were all in this hotel. So we're inside this hotel. We're going up and down the elevator to different floors, and everybody's set up in their room, and and they've got their little recorders ready and everything. And it's really funny how how much you can get done in one day. It's honestly, they all come together to come down and see bands play. A lot of people are playing shows, and I did a show at the Ryman, which is, I mean, it's just amazing to play there. I mean, you don't even need a mic. The room is so perfect, you could actually just play without a mic, and everybody will hear you. I mean, I got to share a stage with Vince Gill, and I got to share a stage with "Hello, is it me you're looking for?" My favorite karaoke song ever. So Lionel Richie was up there too, and man, it's phenomenal. It was quite an experience. I mean, you're doing a lot. Whatever, you got to be careful about what you say you're willing to do, because then you're working long days every second of the day. And I know that it seems like talking about yourself is fun, but it's actually not. Not when you're doing it all day long. But it was cool, and I think it's very helpful, man.